Good morning, folks. It's been a long time, but look at this. My boysenberries are in bloom. Now these are my blackberries. They're not. I mean raspberries. I don't have blackberries. I have black raspberries. Look at these boysenberries. So I had 3 plants. And they've spread out. Look at this. I think that may be black raspberry. I'm not sure. We'll know. Look at these blooms. Look at these blooms. And then they're all the way over to here. So I've got a few new plants. Yeah, this is wild lettuce. It's a painkiller. And that is narrow leaf plantain, which I have growing all the way back here. Now, I've started off with 3 black raspberry plants and 2 boysenberry plants. And as you see, they're doing better. And honestly, I'm really excited about this because there was no way I got enough raspberries and boysenberries last year. And now I'm thinking, did I even eat any boysenberries last year? I think that I missed the boysenberry season because I was too late, and that went straight to black raspberries. So I'm excited this year. They're blooming now, so I'm expecting in a few weeks. Got to keep my eye on these to know when they come out. So it is the middle of April. This will be Easter weekend coming up. So today, let's see, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. I think today's the 16th of April. And like I said, look at these. Oh, it smells so amazing out here. I bet my honeysuckle's about to bloom too. Excited about that. So this is what we've got. No, I did not go in last winter and do any kind of cutting back or anything. And my reason was because I wanted more plants. And I've got them. I mean, this is like a whole, each one of these panels is 10 foot. So 10, 20. I would like to get a 20-foot block of berries. And then of course, maybe have 5 rows of berries eventually. I don't know. But I'm wanting them to go that way. So I'll get my berry patch to just keep going that way to the fence. And that's my plan, is to have all of these black raspberries and boysenberries. And we've got more coming up over here. So they spread out. I do have some blackberries growing in here too, and I'm going to discourage that because blackberries and raspberries do not go well together. So we'll see what happens. But I'm just psyched about my berry patch. I got to get out here and cut down all this beautiful, beautiful. At the moment, my brain is dead. Bushes. It's a tree. Starts with a P. The chickens love it. She's over there eating something. So yeah, this is mostly lettuce, wild lettuce, which is really good for pain. So I'll be harvesting that. You want to let it grow up and get canes and start to bloom. Before the blooms open, then we'll cut it back. And that's when we'll have the most latex for the season. And I plan to harvest a bunch of that this year. And the thing about it is, if I can get a couple gallons, then maybe I'll never even have to do it again in my life. Because, you know, obviously the tinctures last indefinitely because, you know, vodka doesn't go bad. Now, this year, I'm planning on digging up some of my, oh, and these are two different types, these are two different types of the same thing. These are both wild lettuce. This one is, I think, the Native American one. This one's got a lot more prickly. It's a lot more painful when you pull it up. And see, this one could have already been picked. The flowers are ready. But I'm just going to do it all at the same time and do what I do. Here is my shadow. This is my horseradish. And so this year, I'm going to dig some up and put it in a pot so it's easier to harvest. And up here from this post all the way over is my asparagus bed. And I've decided this year not to pick them. Although if I come out and there's like one sticking up in a crowded place, then I may go ahead and bite it. Have a couple strawberries in there. And then this one strawberry here. But it's time for me to come out and pull the weeds around them and do what I'm gonna do. But yeah, so the plan is to let these guys keep, again, growing, falling over, and making babies. Last year I didn't have any plants on this side at all. This whole 10 feet here had no asparagus. And what I did was I let it come up and make berries. And then when the berries fell over, I just kept piling them in here. So you can see this year how many I have. So I'm very, very, extremely excited about that. And like I said, just keep doing it because I'd like to have my asparagus patch here. And I'd like for it to just go out of the garden and go that way. I am going to sell the greenhouse. It's too hot of a house for me at this point, I think. So, looking at that way. Oh, what is that big? There is a stone in the middle of my asparagus. Now, y'all know from pictures last year that stone was not here. How did that stone get in my garden? Sometimes I think I have little fairies or something running around that has their own mind going. So we'll see. Hello there. What are you eating out here, huh? What are you eating? You could do a lot more gardening if you would, please. Are you the one who put the stone in my yard? I mean, in my garden? Did you do that? Over the winter time? I'm just curious. You don't need to get upset. No, there's no reason to be upset. I'm just curious. If you did, yay. So the thing about it is that your garden's weeds tell you what your garden needs. And the best thing to do is when the weeds come up, chop them and drop them so all that nutrition goes back in the ground. And that's what I'll be doing. So that once it gets the nutrition, then it sends up others, different ones. You see, I'm going to have a lot of wild lettuce here. Again, it's also known as prickly lettuce, and you can see the little pricklies. I don't know all of them by name. Now here's another one. As you can see, it's different from the other one, but it is also a prickly lettuce. I think I'm too close, too far away. So that's what we're doing. It is not dandelions. This is an aster, but you don't see leaves on it unless it's that. Interesting. This stuff I don't know what it is, but it's the stuff that we used to knock each other on the heads when it grew up as kids. Okay, this is my garden this year. The plan is to take down these wooden things because I didn't use them and they're rotting and falling apart and just a mess. It was a great idea and not one that I did anything with. This year I intend to get rid of it. And what I want to do is then take my garden in 10 feet this way. So this post, this will be 10, 20, 30, 40, and it'll go out another one that way. And then the garden will come down and it'll enclose my berries. But as you know, I'm encouraging them to go that way. There's a bunch that are headed that way already. So when I put the fence in from here, coming this way, hopefully we'll get the berries out of the garden. Eventually there'll be no berries in the garden. And again, wanting to encourage my asparagus to come down. I'd like to have at least a 2 foot, if not 3 foot bed of asparagus eventually. And we have some strawberries over here that are growing. And again, I'm just gonna let them do their thing. See, here we've got one that's gotten out of the bucket and onto the ground. So hopefully we'll get more. And I'll move these planters so that this one can just start her own bed. And it would be nice if I could set up a garden bed. This, again, will go out 10 more feet that way. And that'll make it closer to the house. I know, it doesn't sound like a lot. But when I first started this, I pushed it as far away as possible because I didn't know how much sunshine we had. And now I see I could go 20 feet in that direction and still have plenty of sun, because once it's up in the morning, it's good all day. This is a very sunny spot. Again, gonna bring this in over here. And I'm seriously thinking about breaking this off into 20-foot areas, like 20 feet by 50, so that it'll be easy for me to put bird netting over top so I can keep birds out. Just saying, I want the bees to be able to get in, but the birds be liking the same stuff I like. So we'll see. This is what we've got so far this year. Do remember, yes, my garden was worse last year than it is now. But last year I didn't start until, let's see, June. This is April, so I just have to get out here. I've got little onions coming up, or garlic. I don't remember. I planted something here last year, and I can see it's coming back. So I'm looking for, oh wait, there's a telltale. If it's round, it's onion, but if it's square, it's garlic. And these are, they feel like garlic, but they're not square. So they're hard like garlic. It's going to be interesting. I know I planted garlic here last year. I know I did. So we're going to see. These are chives. These right here, they're chives. Okay, and I have some dill that was here last year that had a lot of seeds, which I saved. I got in the house. I need to go ahead and bring those out, I guess, and start cleaning them up. So here we go. And these, I hope, are either, I don't think they're marshmallows. I think they are hollyhocks. I think it's hollyhock. That's what I think these are. So I'm not touching them. I want to see what happens. Just leave them as they are. They came back from last year. So whatever they are, they're staying in the... You remember last year, one of my videos, I had plants and I was like, I don't know what I planted them, but I have no idea. Well, still have no idea. So hopefully, since I'm not going to move the container, hopefully we'll find out. We'll see, we'll see. Lots of yummy green stuff to pick up. And down here, I have one of my cousins was cutting down a tree in the front yard for me, chopping it up. And he brought a bunch of debris over here and put it on top. So I'm going to mix it with the green stuff I don't use. I'm going to mix it with this and then cover it up and let it mulch. So I'll have that for next year. But we'll see what happens. Got a mess, but I've made myself a promise. I'm not doing anything but having fun this year, because ever since I moved here, I have just been pushing myself. Now, I was under so much trauma and drama that when I first got here, there's no way I could have lived a peaceful life. I had to have the chaos of all the animals. They helped me to realize I didn't want that, and one stage at a time, get rid of what wasn't bringing me joy, if you will. And now I'm in a much more peaceful place. I'm not going to stress out. I was falling too much, breaking too many ribs, etc. And just, don't need that drama and trauma in my life anymore. So, I don't know what's going to happen. I've told you the only things I think. I want to get rid of the privet. Yeah, that's that P word I was looking for. These little things here are privet. I'm going to cut down the privet and get that out of here. And then I want to clean out my honeysuckle vines so that they have plenty of room. And probably trim this tree out a little bit somehow. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. I don't think she's looking that great under the bottom. And she's a pretty tree. She's a cedar. Absolutely gorgeous tree. So we'll see what she can do. Okay. Let's just take one more look at my blackberries and see what's happened here. That is henbit. Lots of it. Don't want it. I haven't found anything for it yet. Let's look at the blackberries. But I've got blackberry plants all the way out here. So they've gone 10 feet on either side. And this year I want to cut it, dig up these little plants and put them where I want them to go for next year. But over here, they're starting to bloom. Look at that. We have a few little blooms, but they are just starting. Or are they just finishing up? Nope, nope, nope. Look at this. Come back out. Okay, I have to put my finger in the picture. So they are just starting to bloom. Last year, I think it was June, I was getting all my raspberries. So we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. I've got to learn so much about it. Yes, I know I need to build. I need to be able to, each plant root needs to only be allowed to have 3 stalks per area. Oh, I'm just excited. I can't tell you how excited I am. In a couple more weeks, these raspberries are going to be blooming. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. Let's do a real quickie of the yard with Georgie gone. We don't have any bare spots like we did last year. Bless her heart, I love her and I miss her. She was my crazy child. Okay, so this is what the yard looks like. And my cousin Sheila gave me 3 or 4 little dandelions. It It was the 3 springs ago, because last year I came home and I planted them that year. It was the year I got, yeah, it's been 3 years, because I got the black hen, who I call Black Beauty. Don't know where she and one of the white hens run around together all the time, so I don't know where they're at. I'm gonna come over here in the shade. Look how lush this is. I've been out cutting limbs off of trees and trying to keep my head from getting bashed when I'm mowing. Let's go out to a distance now. So, if you remember, every year my yard is a mud hole. And Georgie ate everything that grew. But look at all these dandelions. And it all started because I planted seeds from 3 dandelions, which my cousin gave them to me as flowers. I had 3 flowers that looked, you know, like these down here. Just 3 little flowers. Well, they were open. And, oh, and we got buttercups. Look at the buttercups. Let's see, come here. There we go. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Fake strawberries. And I forgot them in the front seat of the car, honestly. Because when you drive 4 hours and you get home, you got to run to the bathroom. And I left them in the car, and I came back out a couple weeks later, and guess what? They had all gone to seed. So I had 3 flowers worth of seeds, and I just came outside and just blew them off my hand. Blew some back here, some in the front yard, some over in the side yard. And last year I had them. This year I have a ton of them, as you can see. Absolutely. Now the beautiful thing about dandelions is they go down, they have a very deep taproot. They go down very deeply. They bring up all the nutrients from down there. And then they're in their leaves, they're in their flowers. So they also help get rid of impacted soil. And dandelions don't grow unless it's, you know, the soil needs it. And so obviously this needs it. I'm just so excited. I got to get up there and mow that back area again. Still debris from the fire. But, you know, hey, I can only go so fast. And I don't care. You know what? I don't. I'm doing it my speed, my time. I'm doing it on my own. So who cares? All the people that's not helping me, you don't get a voice in your opinions on this. Because, hey, you're not there. You never have been. So, no, don't want your opinion. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? Oh, let's just go back here and look at yes, I have tons and tons of olives. I've taken pictures of those and put them on Facebook. But I have flowers growing back here that don't know what they are. I mean, I know they're irises, but I'm looking forward to finding out what colors they are this time. Got a nice big row. Once I know the colors, I may dig some of them up and put them in pots, because I love having irises in pots that I can look at. I know that this one is white. It looked kind of blue at first, but definitely white. Okay, folks. You can look down in the woods and you can see, don't you love my little arch there? I do. But lots of down trees. It was a busy winter with lots of falling trees. Lots and lots of falling trees. So, yay trees, yay woods. Okay. Yep, it's been long enough. I'll let you go. Let's just look in the front yard for a second. I keep saying I'll let you go. Then I remember, see, I'm trying to let the plantain grow. I want a big harvest of plantain this year. a big harvest because the fire wiped out all my stores from last year. I can't use any of it because of the heat damage that comes from it. It's 2 1/4 acres, but a third of that is woods. This azalea bush is growing this year. I cut back a bunch of privet yesterday, and I think I'm going to top it. I think I'm going to take the top of the privet off to make it bush more. Yeah, the hen house is a mess. And then this is the front yard. I've got to get in here. I'm thinking about trying to cut down these sycamore trees. That's the 2 trees at the top. Cut them down and turn them all into, not sycamore, gumballs, and turn them all into medicine. And then I love these white azaleas. They're growing out of time. And then those are prettiest daffodils on the planet. I don't know what was sleeping there, but got rid of some daffodils. This is my vibrant pink azalea. Another white one is being smothered out. And then over here, another pink one. And I think these are paper narcissus. That's what I think they are. A whole little row of them come in after the dandelions. Boy, I keep saying dandelions when I need buttercup. Daffodils, and vice versa. And those are blackberries. So if the blackberries want to grow here, I'm going to give them a chance and see what they're doing. Who knows? We could have a nice little blackberry patch. And look, Georgie's not here to eat them. The hostas are coming back. Look, it looks like I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. I'm going to let them grow up good this year. And I may transplant them a little bit. And then, I forget what that bush is. Another white azalea. Another one of those, I forget what that bush is. And then this, oh my goodness, the hydrangea that I have no idea what it is. I'll find out. Oh, look, look, look. Maybe this year I'll actually have a bloom. Maybe, maybe, maybe. They had a chance to grow a little bit last year. Okay. Yeah, I gotta definitely say goodbye. We'll say goodbye on this thing, which I need to chop down. Okay. Y'all have fun. Bye.